Hey, good morning, it's Tim here. Now, I want you to imagine that you use more F-bombs in your presentation. I want you to go into your next presentation and just throw them around as much as possible. Just imagine how you would feel if you had all of them come out all at once. What can you imagine? What would that presentation look like? Now imagine your most important customer, your most senior executive in your company is hearing you drop the F-bomb in your presentation. How would that make you feel? Well, this morning, I was inspired by this. So I read an article, and I've already put a link to it here in the notes. And it talked about the F word. The article is more related to sales specifically, but I want you to be assured that I'm not necessarily talking about sales. It's one aspect of what I'm talking about here, but using the word feel. Using the word feel as the F-bomb. I talk about making connections with your audience. And one way to elicit a connection with them is to build something that they feel inside. And so that element, that ability to get them to feel differently is something that's important. Because if they feel like something is going well, if they feel like they trust you more, if they feel that you're doing a good job, then they're going to be more connected to you. They're going to listen to you more. They're going to want to get more from you. And so this morning, this article, it was really interesting to me, and I apologize. I wanted to have something ready to go here. Because it reminded me of that word feel. It was all about it, but I also remember it from this book. I'm a iPad guy. I read all of my stuff here, but this book here from Phil M. Jones, Exactly What to Say. It's a fantastic book. I recommend you pick it up. I have no affiliate to Phil at all. I'm just a fan, and I think the work that he does is great. But in that chapter, he talks about the word feel and using it in the appropriate way. When you elicit that emotion, that feeling emotion, you can make your audience think differently. And you can get them to buy into your message just by eliciting them to have that gut feeling. Think about it from the standpoint of if you meet somebody in business, in a personal setting, and sometimes they're just not quite right. There's just something off about them. We have a bad feeling. Like there was nothing specific, but we have a feeling that perhaps we might not be able to trust them. Or we have a really good feeling, like we believe this person's going to work out just fantastic for us. And so that ability to use that word feel. When you use the word feel, how would you feel about taking this action? How would you feel about accepting this price? How would you feel about watching another video on the F word? It makes you think a little bit. It makes you kind of dig deep inside and go, yeah, that feels good, or no, that something doesn't feel right about that. So I believe this is a very powerful word. It's a very powerful way that you can change your presentation. You can absolutely use it to your advantage. And I'm not talking about being manipulative. I'm just saying that when you want to get an emotional connection with your audience, think of that word feel. Think of how you could use it in the context of the language that you use to influence the audience members. And if you think carefully about it, if you use it in the appropriate way, you can get at least a reaction. It might not be the reaction that you want, but you can get more reaction than just plainly asking without any emotional connection to it. So I want you to do two things. Number one, if you haven't had a chance, I want you to go check out that book, Exactly What to Say by Phil M. Jones. Like I said, I've put a link in the notes to an Amazon link. Again, no affiliation from me, but I think it's a fantastic book. Lots of great usage of words, including the word feel. And I highly recommend that if you haven't read it, pick it up. It's a very easy read, and you will find lots of gems in there that will help you craft language for your presentations. And also, if you haven't done so already, if you're viewing this on a different platform, I want you to go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Coach Tim Barnaby, and give that page a like. Give this video a share. Share it with your friends, your coworkers. Let them know about the F-bomb use. See if they've used it in their presentations. And let's see how we can influence our audience to take more action by being more influential with the words that we use. Have a great day.